Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cameras and Coffee. And today, let's talk about a couple of fun new little plastic fantastic cameras that I picked up from Rito. But first, the intro. Hi, Steinbeck. It's good to see you. And today, I will be enjoying, you will not be enjoying, what is this? This is the El Salvador from Creekside Coffee Roasters in Rollinsville, Colorado. It is a hair ashy tasting, but I found that if I put a little sprig of fresh rosemary from the patio in there, it tastes really good. So, huge fan of that. Before we jump into these two Rito cameras, quick question for you. Did any of you out there, were you part of the 900 and some odd people who backed the most recent Thingify Kickstarter for the Pinhole Pro Max? If so, if you could drop me a comment, I would be curious about your guys' thoughts on the shipping costs for those lenses. So when those actually show up, I will probably have some more thoughts on Thingify at that point. At any rate, today we are talking about these two Rito-made cameras, the Rito ultra wide and slim, the 22mm, and the Kodak Ektar H35, which, as my understanding, is that it's produced by Rito using the Kodak branding. This is the half-frame camera. I will say, I picked this up in Sage. I love the way that this looks. So I'm on my third roll with this, and I've done the unboxing video. As soon as I have some sample photos, that'll go up into the queue. Really enjoying this camera a lot. So one of the nice things about half frame, and I haven't seen any images from these two yet. I'm not expecting stunning optical quality. One of the really fun things about half frame, though, is you can use it to make collages. So when I get the rolls back that I've taken with this, there will be some collage photos that I'll be putting together from that. So there are a number of really good reviews on this already, and it's interesting to me as I was looking at these how similar some of the parts are. And like the rewind knobs are in the same places, and they're the same, clearly cast from the same part. And some of the internal components I would show you if it weren't for the fact that these both have film in them, have some really similar looks to them. So the Kodak Ektar cameras look absolutely stunning. I got this one in green, and it's great. And then the Rito ultra wide and slim 22mm, which honestly is exactly what I've been looking for in a carry-around backup film camera, just to stash in my pocket when I go hiking. I have, for about a year, thought to myself, I would love a really small point and shoot that's just really basic, ultra wide, and that I can take with me, and this fits the bill. This is like the fourth or fifth incarnation of this camera from when it was first released as a Vivitar. I will say one huge miss that they made, there are 20 little squares here on the grip. They should have designed this to have 22. Huge OCD trigger for me. Anyway, so super light and super fun. And the point of all that is, do you guys still have fun with your photography? I mean, that's why we do this, right? That's a big part of why we are out here doing the photography. There are, I know, a handful to some percentage of people who watch this channel who are doing photography for a living, but the vast majority of you watching my videos, for you, photography is a stress relief or a way to unwind from the day, something to do for fun, to record your lives, things like that. It's not a primary, at least, income stream. So, and the same is true for me, by the way. YouTube and photography are not primary income streams for me. So one of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is what is fun for me about photography? And one of those big things is having something which is low stress and easy to do. And both of those cameras, with just a fixed single shutter speed, one of them has a flash, fit that bill. I mean, the only thing I would change about those is I would definitely love to have a bulb mode included. Anytime there's a really simple camera like that, I'd really like to see a bulb mode because it just gives a little bit more flexibility for how the camera is used. But at any rate, so really fun and stress relieving cameras. I think that's, while I do think there needs to be a market, or I should say there is a market, and I think one of the camera makers really should be in some way, shape, or form addressing this for a basic film camera that can produce really high quality results using an existing lens lineup or something like that. Really, I think maybe there's a Leica on the way for that, but there's very little of that being made today. So the new cameras on the market are all these lower spec, lighter weight, inexpensive, intended to be fun cameras. It's the market that lomography has largely had cornered for a number of years, and that some other brands are starting to expand into just to chip away at that a little bit. And while I'm glad to see that, it is also kind of unfortunate that there is no one out there making what it would be in any way, shape, or form an affordable high-end, or high quality at least, 35mm camera. So the question for today then is, what do you guys do with your photography to keep it fun? So I look forward to, as always, to reading your comments and your responses, and I will see you guys in the next Cameras and Coffee. Right, Steinbeck? Right. What? Yes, exciting, I know.